I thought this film was so interesting. I think that Oma is incredibly layered with so much like relatable history and family for everyone, but told with such a dark twist.
Yeah.
Where did the inspiration for this film come from?
Yeah, so really, the sort of my first way into the story was drawing upon my own experiences as a Korean American child of immigrants growing up here and grappling with the questions of identity, in various ways in terms of my identity as a Korean person, my identity as an American, my identity as a woman. So much of that was something that I really wanted to draw upon and explore in this story. But as soon as I started to really sort of tackle the relationship between the mom and the daughters, well, both sets of moms and daughters, um, that I feel like that's really where the tension and the complexity really started to get developed, because everyone has a complicated relationship with their mom and has
No.
yeah. And so I felt like that was something that like everyone can relate to. And and it's not even just specific to women. It's there's plenty of men that are afraid of turning into their moms. There's times when I think that I'm turning into my dad, and it's kind of a weird weird
Yeah.
experience. So just all of that baggage of like how we feel about our parents and like the evolution of how we see them throughout the years was something that was really fascinating to me.
I love that. And I noticed that you used a nine-tailed fox, which
Mhm.
is throughout all different lores. What was the use of it in your story?
Yeah, so the nine-tailed fox is something that I actually came across when I was first writing the script, and I was, just doing a little bit of research on Korean folklore, and I came across this image, and I had never seen it before. I know it's pretty popular in anime, and I think there's a Pokemon character, but it's I'm not really sort of into those. So it was an image that I had not seen before. So I thought it was really striking. I thought there was something very elegant and frightening about it, and just the sort of femininity of it felt like very kind of alluring to me. And so I started calling my family, who had grown up in Korea, like my parents and uncles and aunts and cousins. I'm like, hey, do you know about this nine-tailed fox? And they were like, yeah, obviously, like it's a story that they had grown up on, but I had never heard or seen it before. And so I thought that it was just a really sort of interesting experience of someone that was surrounded by, Korean family and someone being Korean, but because I was raised here, I just did not have any sort of awareness of it. And so I wanted that experience to be reflected with Chris, where, even though she has Korean blood, that she sees this thing that she just is totally unfamiliar to her. And so that, so that's really kind of like what that nine-tailed fox stands for. Not so much about the specific folklore, but the disconnect between Chris and her Korean heritage.
I love that. And what was it like working with Sandra Oh? Was she always who you had in mind?
She absolutely, from the beginning, when I wrote the script, I had her in mind. Wasn't sure that we'd ever be able to get her because I wasn't sure that she would be open to sort of this kind of movie, like a genre. I've never seen her in a genre piece.
Me either.
Yeah, and so when we approached her, I was sort of fully expecting her to say, thank you, but no, thank you. I'm not. I don't really understand this. But she was very much, I think the thing that drew her in was the character element. In terms of a Korean American character grappling with her relationship with her mom. She was like, oh, that's me. That's all of us. And so I think really that was kind of her way into the story.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I hope everyone checks out Oma coming out.